Hello, a very beautiful morning to you. I'm so excited today. Guess what? Because I am about to share with you something that might interest you. I do hope this will help because there is something that happens when we get clarity about what is important to us. Then we begin to live, we begin to get happier, we begin to get more purposeful, we begin to achieve more with our lives. So let's get right into today's talk. Today we'll be looking at 10 important life questions to include in your question bank that you should ask yourself from time to time for clarity of purpose and vision. This will help you to become more productive and do more with your life. So the first question that I have for you today is, if you had just 6 perfectly healthy months to live, what would you rather do starting from this moment? What would you give your time to? What would you give your attention to? What would you give your energy to? What would get your attention the most? This you have to define. Until you define it, you've not started living. I must tell you. So define what this is. Good. Secondly, I have this for you. Who do you want to show up as every day? Let me tell you, until you define who you want to show up as every day, chances are you will show up as an A tomorrow and tomorrow as a B. And you know what that means? There's inconsistency. So inconsistency is not good for success. So if you want to show up as a great communicationist, for example, then you must start working on it because you have defined exactly what you want to show up as. Same applies in your relationships. If you define yourself as a very loving person, chances are you will not be nagging and you will look for ways to be more loving and caring to your partner. Number 3, who are you? Until you begin to define what your personality says, let me tell you, you might just be anything. So if you don't stand for something, you will fall for everything. So define who you are up front. Define who you are. When you define who you are, it is easier to make better decisions. It is easier to make better choices. And it is easier to live life based on your values, because your values will drive who you are all the time. Number 4, what are your top life goals? I want you to name 5 of your top life goals, because if you don't know what they are, you just be working on just anything, and it is not good for a productive and a successful life. If you really want to be successful in life, define what those 5 goals are and get busy about them. Right? Now, the 6th question is, how does today's task fit into your top 5 goals? Do you see how you should break it down? So when you are able to define what your life goals are, then you begin to see how today's tasks fit into them, because you are not working in isolation. You are working towards something that is important to you. So every day ask yourself, in what way are these tasks contributing to your top 5 goals, right? So let's go to number 7. What do you want to do and create with your life? Every day, there must be something you want to do and create with your life. What is that thing? Define it and get busy about it. Let me tell you, if you don't define this, chances are you're not about to start living. So number 8, what motivates you? What interests you? What gets your attention? You need to define this also, because if you don't, then anything will begin to get your attention, and that speaks to your time, the use of your time. So until you define what interests you and what gets your attention or what you want to give your energy to, let me tell you, you waste a lot of your time. So in times of time management, you need to define what you want to give your attention and what you're passionate about. And my number 9 here is for you is that you have to define what success looks like. What does success look like for you? Until you define what success looks like, you may not know when success shows up in your life, or when you have achieved something that is worth being excited about. So define success in your own terms. Somebody's success definition might not be exactly what you want. So define what success means to you, right? So my last question is for you. What is missing? What is missing? Let me tell you, this question is very critical because some people don't even know what is missing in their life. And until you know what's missing in your life, you're not about to go look for it. So today, ask yourself, what is really missing in my life? What do I want to have that I don't have? And how can I really get it? So get busy looking for that thing that is missing. I do hope that when you ask yourself these questions from time to time, you begin to get more clarity on what is important to you and what you should give your attention time to, right? Your vision becomes clearer to you and your purpose becomes more clearer to you. So go through this question over and over again, and I believe it will be so useful to you. Please leave a comment in the comment section. I look forward to hearing from you anytime I share like this, okay? And if you're here to subscribe to my channel, do me a favor, subscribe to my channel, and let me tell you, you'll be glad you did. I look forward to having you. God bless you.